Alright. So, let me turn that off. Start this up. Yeah, I enjoy the art style of the game. So, we briefly touched on the manual, but we didn't go too far into it. We only saw part of the madness. We read the introduction, but we know what that's all about. We read the story. Let's learn about the villa and the rest of the objects in the game. The villa. This is Granny's old beloved home that has turned into an inseparable part of the Great Rabbit's worlds and planets. The game map. Before each entrance to a world, you need to wander around on an unfinished drawing of a map. After a map has been chosen, you can enter specific planets. Now you can hang around and get to know the rabbit's worlds. The rabbit's worlds. The thing. This planet was created when the rabbit decided to go scissor crazy. It contains 4 different worlds. Fantasy world, a beautiful, charming, marvelous world. The trees. A group of inconsiderate trees. Donut Land. This is the street where Granny's old villa was. However, due to recent events, it's not there anymore. The smelly, dirty side of Donut Land. In this place, dirt, filth, bad smells, and unfair prices are the basis of existence. The writing is so good. That's why, like I said, I had to read the rest of the manual. It's just Black Hole Planet. It is shaped like a discus without proportion. Inside of it is the black hole. On top of it, there's a sophisticated communication system which controls all the Great Rabbit's worlds, inside of which sits the Great Rabbit himself. At least, we think so. Dark World. It is a black hole in the middle of nowhere. Inside it, there is a spooky, scary world of darkness, ... and ... exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Much shock, such wow. Communication world. This is the Mad Rabbit's world. From here, he rules, dominates, and controls his magnificent worlds. The Door Planet. This is actually a door from the villa. It lost its original function, so now you can get through it and enter any of the following worlds. Downtown World. This is one enormous playground where you can have the time of your life. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Here you can find happiness and pleasure, together with rabbit agents and crooks who are all over the place. Upside Down World. Everything is topsy-turvy in this place, from physical things to ideas. Underground World. This is a weird underground world where a group of plants are hiding from the Great Rabbit. This world is a silent, secret undercover world. So secret, in fact, that even the world itself isn't aware of its own existence. I want to let that sink in. The world itself. isn't aware of its own existence. Shh, this is a secret place. I'm glad we're on the same page here, Vinny. Transport Planet. This is a part of the Donut Land's transport system. Wait, Donut Land isn't... That's also in Super Mario Land, right? It has turned into a planet, and inside of it, there is a mall. The mall. This is an extraterrestrial mall. The creatures who live around here have different ideas about the word game. I've looked into that. I've seen that part of the manual, and I'm not looking forward to it. The Salesman Planet. This planet was made out of one of the rabbit agent's cars. This agent guy was an imposter who impersonated a salesman after a car accident. The soundtrack is just so good, though. Let's get into the characters. Granny, an old woman who spent most of her life in an attic, as far away as possible from her disgusting family and other universal problems. The most important thing in her life is, has been, and will always will be, her cookbook. Donut Plains. Yeah, that's right. That's what it was. I knew it was donut something. The family. The crouton, silent Y, according to the intro. I'd go back to it, but the game would crash. Family are a crazy, merciless, ruthless family. They have their own weird way of looking at things. Each member of this family is an expert in methods of torturing animals and other living creatures. Usually, they do it out of boredom. Believe it or not, living in Donut Land is a fascinating and thrilling experience. This game is not the fruit of a sick man's mind. The Rabbit Agents, a bunch of rabbits, or just plain crooks and eager hitmen, who serve the Mad Boss, the Great Rabbit. The Plants. The plants are a persecuted species, always on the run. They live in fear of the crazy rabbit, who is trying to catch them and make his favorite soup, plant soup. This recipe can be found in Granny's cookbook. The desperate plants created an underground world in the corridor of the interrogation offices of the rabbit. They are planning to spoil the Great Rabbit's plans and, above all, stop his monstrous cooking. So, I know we're already suspending a lot of disbelief just playing the game, but isn't it Granny's cooking originally? Didn't Granny have to cook the plants in order to make the recipe? I mean, food for thought. Yeah, exactly, Vinny. Trees. A family of loony trees. They are so strange, it's hard to decide who's the nuttiest. Creatures. A byproduct of strange events. And there are many of them. Events and weird creatures. Most of them seem detached and wrapped up in their own world. Might as well. There's worlds all around. They are inconsiderate beings who don't pay attention to visitors. They have different nuances of insanity and madness, but basically, they're all nuts. Follow, follow, follow the yellow brick road. The Great Rabbit. A crazy, vengeful rabbit who's out to get revenge for himself and his friends. He's crazy about carrot soup and plant soup, which is why he needs Granny's cookbook. This works out perfectly with his vengeful scheme against the Crouton family. The Great Rabbit has a special control room from which he controls all of his worlds. He also has a very special talent for dollars and cents. He can pull strings and buy anything and anyone he wants. He knows something we don't. Let's get into Granny's items that we're going to use through our adventure. The Braventory, a feminine device that is able to hold and store all kinds of stuff. The Flying Washing Machine, Granny's favorite mode of transport. The Technical Map. This map helps you pinpoint exactly where you are in space, and it can save precious time. My spaceship! That you can't move unless you get your bra heavy enough to knock the track out of the way. George's Diary, tape recorder. George Crouton recorded himself talking about his personal experiences during his fascinating journey through the Great Rabbit's planets and worlds. This was recorded before he decided to sell the house. These recordings can come in handy as they give you clues and hints when you're stuck somewhere and not sure which way to go. The Recipe. A piece of paper with ingredients and cooking instructions written on it. You must make something and eat it all up when it's ready. The Braventory. The Toolbar. Load the game, save the game. Options. Well, that's one thing I need to show you guys too, is the options menu, because this game doesn't have, this game wouldn't have what you call a traditional options menu. Tape recorder. Items. Blah 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 blah. Regular. Use. Can you see the difference? Drag. Door. Where's the hints? What should I do first? Tape recorder. After recent thrilling events in the kitchen, Granny is getting worried. She has to find her cookbook. Her family are her last priority. She doesn't really give a damn about them, but in order to retrieve her cookbook and capture the crazy rabbit, she has to set them free. To find the cookbook, you have to get out of the villa. If you don't have several important objects in your bra by this time, objects that are heavy enough to lift the tracks and free Granny's washing machine, you will not be able to do it. The following instructions are meant to help you. Locate the little tape recorder, George's Diary, which is one of the objects that you will need to get out of the villa. We think it's the most useful object you can find. It will assist you and come in handy in all of the worlds that George explored. How do you reach the diary? Good question, but I'm afraid I can't give you any clues. Well, okay, you'll find a clue when you reach item 8 below. Get out of the kitchen and go to the guest room. Proceed to the second part of the guest room. Now, walk into George's and Melanie's bedroom. Throw the smelly creature out of the laundry basket and get into it. Go to the left side of the screen and open the second drawer from the bottom. When you do that, the lower drawer of the dresser will open. Go to the now open drawer on the other side of the closet and take out the tape recorder. It's there, though you can't see it. From now on, this tape recorder will be an integral part of your Bravintory. To hear recordings, use a tape as any normal tape. A clue. This is what I really wanted to get into right here. Troubleshooting. I have sound problems, or the sound stutters. What should I do? Sometimes, graphics card drivers can cause problems with sound. Quit the game and manually set the resolution of your display to 640 by 840. This is what I wanted to read. I have an expensive graphics card, and I am using more than 256 colors for my display, but the game says it needs a 256 color display. What should I do? You need to set it to 256 color display, goddammit, and you need to set it by 640 by 480 using 256 colors. There's no other way. No other way. Armed and Delirious takes up a lot of resources, so exit all other programs before playing. Now we get to... I'm gonna slowly scroll through the credits again here. Still faster than watching it on in-game. Let's see, where's this guy right here. Thank you, Eyal Kadari, for actually giving a walkthrough. Customer service. Whether it's a game hint or a technical glitch, we're here to help you. What do you think? Should we report Doppelganger Granny? Below is a list of ways to contact Surtech Software. When contacting us for technical support, please mention your computer make, operating system, amount of memory, and type of sound card. If you're contacting us by phone, you'll get the best service if you're sitting at your computer when you call. Please note, the following contacts are for technical support only. No hint requests, please. Surtech issues game updates from time to time. If you're having problems with a game, contact technical support. They might have an update. Updates are available on Surtech's webpage. If you get stuck in game and need a nudge or two, our hints hotline can help. Oh, they've got a hints hotline mailbox. Getting a busy signal when you call the hotline. Repairs. If your disc, I wonder if it means any one of the 5, become unreadable, you can return it with your dated receipt. Did you really, Vinny? Did you get through? Did you get some hints? It goes to an unable to root. I wouldn't doubt it. Feels good, man. Well, thanks for hanging out. It's been a blast, as usual. Granny is always a pleasure. We'll do more tomorrow while the wife's away for sure. Hopefully Cat will show up and